Stampers, Deb Valder here, your Fun Stampers Journey Coach. Today I want to show you how to do a twisted gate fold card. Super simple, super simple. That's the way I like it, but it punches a little wow to it, okay? When you open it up, this is the way it comes in your envelope, and when you open it up, it just opens up, and look at that. Isn't that absolutely adorable? Nice little cute card, but fits into a regular size envelope, and it's just something different for somebody to open. So let me just show you how we did this. You're going to start with a piece of cardstock that's 7.5 by 4 1/4. So that would be this piece right here, and then I scored it at 2.5 and then at 5. All right, let me get out my my cutter here, and I'll show you what I did. I scored it at let me just bring in this also. I scored it at, like I said, 2.5 inches right over here, all right? And then let's take our cutter off so we don't accidentally cut. And I'm gonna just, let's see, here we go, 2.5, okay? And then we're gonna go over to the 5. All right, now we've got those two scores right there. Now what we need to do is do our diagonal scores. So we're gonna go from this point right here to this point right here, because this is where our 2.5 inch mark is. So I'm just gonna lay this on here like this, start it up here, just pivot it until you get to your little crack right there. So there is our little line right here, and now I'm just going to take and score it there. We're going to bring it over because we want the diagonals to go in the same direction, all right? So I'm going to go from the inside this time. So I went from the outside to the inside. This time I'm going to go from the inside to the outside. So I'm going to put my line right up there. I'm going to pivot it until it is right here like that, and then we're just going to score it. And that's all there is to the scoring part of this, all right? I will bring this back in a little while. I just have to, for my cutting, I want to show you how to do the cutting. But let me just show you how to do the folding on this part right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, and as you can see, these two get folded in. So this gets folded in this way, and this gets folded in this way. So I'm going to take and bring this over to that line, all right? Lift it up. Where's my little crease tool here? Okay, you want good creases on these, all right? And then we're going to bring this one over to this line right here. Make sure they meet up, all right? Now, before you use your crease tool on the next part of it, what I want to do is I just want to show you that this is going to go in like this, all right? But don't crease it down too hard yet, because what I want to do is I want to make sure that your lines come in together. See, they don't come in perfectly, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to force this one over just a little bit. This line right here, I'm just forcing it over just a little bit more, just so that when we go to close it, it's going to have that beautiful fold on it, that beautiful, it's going to just meet perfectly, all right? I'm just going to move this one over just a hair. And you can do that with your crease tool. Okay, now we have to start adding our little layers. All right, make sure you crease this down really good. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make our little layers. And we're going to do that by taking a piece of cardstock. It's 2 1/4 by 3 7/8. And what I'll do is we got 2 outside pieces and 1 inside piece. Let me just show you. So I consider this to be an outside piece, and this to be the back piece because it's on the back of your card. And then these I consider your outside pieces, even though that's really on the inside of the card. It's not on the back of the card, all right? So when you open it up, it is on the front of the card. So 2 fronts and 1 back. Now, the 2 fronts are cut the exact same way. The one on the back is cut differently. All right, so let's make sure you understand that. I do have a PDF on my blog, so you can get a free PDF on showing you how to cut and everything on this, okay? So make sure you head on over to that. So let's grab our little layers, okay? These are the 3 7/8 by 2 1/4. I'm going to grab my cutter right here, and I'm going to cut my my little piece right here, all right? So these 2 pieces are going to go this way, okay? And all I did was match it up center to center and then just cut it. Yes, with this cutter you can actually cut through lots of layers. I love this cutter. All right, so both of these pieces go the same way, all right? And then for the back piece, I'm just going to cut them the opposite way, and I already did that. All right, so what I did was I took this piece, and instead of pushing it that way, I want to take these 2 pieces and make it so it goes this way. All right, like I said, the instructions. So the other one looked like it was going this way. This one looks like it's pouring this way. The other one looked like it was pouring that way. Let me just show you, just so that you can see the difference between the two of them. All right. So, can you see those? Are they in the picture here? All right. So this one is going this way. This is the back. And there's two of these, and these are the front. All right? You see how these two line up? That's very important because you want your pictures to be exactly right. So I'm going to put my back pieces over here on the right, and I have my front pieces over here on the left. Let's move this out of the way. Let's grab our little piece right here. And then on the front, okay, this is the front outside, we're going to take these two pieces, whoops, we're going to take these two pieces right here and place them on the edges. So let me just grab my Easy Glide. You can use, because this is so tiny at the top, you could take and you could use your Journey craft glue if you wanted to, but I like using my Easy Glide. And then what I'm going to do is leave a little border all the way around, okay, just like this. There is a little border. Oops, let's see. There we go, yep. There's just a little tiny border all the way across. Let me go down just a hair. There we go. Because I want the two edges to be just the same. All right, so there's my one side. Let's add our Journey Easy Glide here. Okay. I did this in my club. They loved it. Absolutely loved it. All right. And here's this one. Okay, and then you see how the pictures go right together? This is that circle, it goes right together. All right, now we need to put these two pieces on. So that would be this one right here. Went through the middle right there. So I'm just lining up these. Now the reason you have to keep them separate is the front and the back is because if I tried to take one of these back pieces, it doesn't fit anywhere unless I turned it over, and I didn't want that design on here. I specifically wanted these designs right here. So I'm just going to take this, add a little bit of our Easy Glide on there, and the front piece is done. All right, now let's flip it over, and we have to do these inside pieces right here, and we're going to do that with our back pieces. All right, so again, just adding your Easy Glide makes it easy, easy, easy. Super cute, absolutely adorable. And now you don't have to do this other section. You can if you want, but you really don't need to because there's really no relevance to it. You're not going to see it. It's always going to be on the back part of it. All right, so there's my back piece. Now watch, when we close this, you're going to see these pieces. That's why you want the back piece on. That is the back piece right there, see? And then on the inside, when you open it up, you've got these two pieces here, and then your back piece. All right? And like I said, this piece right here you never really see, so it doesn't really matter. Now the other piece I'm going to do is I add a back to it. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to put my Easy Glide on the back. All right, and then we're just going to add this to the back of it. And you're just going to literally put a little border all the way around. It just gives it a finished look on your card, and it still fits inside your envelope. Remember, when you put it in your envelope, these 2 points are going to be on the inside. You really want to try to do it this way because this is the square part of it, but you can't do it because these two won't fit inside the envelope. So if you turn it just ever so slightly and just have the 2 pointed edges into the envelope just like this. I'd show you, but I don't have an envelope up here. You just throw it in there like that. So let's work on the inside of our card, but before I do that, I want to show you some of the pieces that I've been using. So this cardstock, or this designer paper that I was using, comes from a collection that we have that's called Magical Journey Prints, and it is just a beautiful set. Remember, our paper is so heavyweight, it's so absolutely amazing. And these are the pieces that we have in this collection. They're just absolutely gorgeous. Look at those balloons, just adorable. Words, lines, clouds, just beautiful, beautiful paper. And like I said, it's just a good grade quality paper, so it's really worth the investment. It's much cheaper than some on the market. I just love it. And that's what we used for the outside here. Some of the stamp sets that I used, this one was from Cake Time, and that's the inside words right here. That's from Cake Time. The other set that I used was from our Magical Journey collection. It's called Growing Up. And the one that I used was Growing Old is Mandatory, but growing up is an option, is optional. So I just love that one. That is what I used on the outside here. And then what else did I use? I also used my Journey circles, which I use all the time, and these are nested. They come with the cutter, and then it also comes with the perforator. This is not an if or, it's all in one. And what I like about this is you have the option of using just the cutters, or you can use just the circles, the perforators themselves. So there's a lot of options with that type of piece. All right, so those are the things. I'm also going to be using some of our new Journey twine. All right, and I think those are all the pieces that I had to show you. Let me just grab my stamp, which is right here, and my black ink pad, which is right here, and we're going to stamp the inside. So I'm going to just take my, this is a 2 1/4 by 4 inch piece of cardstock. I'm just going to ink up my words and stamp them down, lining up just the grid lines to my cardstock, because this is a smaller piece of cardstock, and doing it white on white, it's a little bit harder. So I just love that these have the grid lines on them, and it's just much easier to stamp with them. All right, so there's that piece right there. Now I'm going to do my my new sparkly tape, and I'm just going to cut 2 pieces of tape about the same size using my non-stick scissors. Nothing sticks to the insides of them, which is awesome. All right, and then I'm going to just take another piece here. All right, so this is our sparkle tape. Now what you want to do to make this little banner right here is to put the right sides together. So the sparkly sides are together in order to cut this. And I'm just going to take and cut it, like I said, without our stickable, they're non-stick shears. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down here, but I'm going to lay it off just a little bit off the paper. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to take and line this one up just like that, laying this one off the paper. All right, I'm going to turn this over and just cut these little pieces off right here. And it's so nice when you don't get that gook all over there. These pieces just come right off, and you don't have any stick to these scissors. I can't stress enough how beautiful these scissors are, okay? Non-stick, self-sharpening. And now I have my little banner. Isn't that adorable? I'll take some Journey foam squares. I'm going to take 2 of the bigger ones, put them on here like this, and then just add them to the inside of my card right here. All right? And put that in there just like that. We're now almost done. Now to do the outside of the card, all right, this piece right here, I used my circle that's perforated. Let me just grab, there's a couple of them that didn't pop out. That's what's so beautiful about my little perforator. I can just finish these little chads. You people in Florida know what chads are. All right, so there we go. We've got those little guys cut out. All right, and now I'm going to show you how to do the twine. So let me just grab my Easy Glide. I just put a couple of pieces in here. I'm going to take this, and depending on how big you want it, I'm just going to wrap this around my hands like this, around my fingers, and then I just added the 2 pieces are together. So the 2 ends meet here. I'm going to take it, I'm going to just twist them so it makes a figure 8. And I'm going to add them to my Easy Glide. I'll just separate them just a little bit like this. Okay. And by doing that, it gives it just a little bit more character. I'm going to put some Journey foam squares on the back of that and add it to my piece right here. All right. Just pull these out a little bit. Isn't that cute? Super, super cute. All right, now this is the important part. When you have this closed, okay, it's straight up and down. But when you open it up, it goes to the side. And that's supposed to be like that. And you only put adhesive on one side of this. You don't want to put the adhesive on this one. So now the question is where to put it. All right, so let me show you how I do it. I take and I close this piece up just like this. I'm going to put my Journey foam squares, actually I only need one, onto this piece right here. All right, and then there's no question about where they go. All right, and then what you're going to do is you're going to not lay it down totally yet, because you don't want it to glue down, because now it's straight up and down here. But when you open it up, you want it to be even side to side. So I'm going to lift this up just a little bit, stick it over, tap it down, not a lot. I forgot to, silly Deb, I forgot to take these off. I crack myself up sometimes. Okay, let's try this again. That's going to go on the inside, and now it's stuck. All right, let's figure out if this is straight up and down, and it goes side to side. So what I did was I centered it side to side, so now I can push it down. So when I go to close it, it closes like that. When it opens up, so it's nice and even. It's not on that crease right there. So that is my Twisted Gatefold card. Isn't that pretty cool? If you want to learn how to do this, you can go, you're obviously looking at the video, but if you want all the measurements, I have a free PDF over on my blog. Hop on over there and you can see what it's all about. Oh, I forgot to embellish. Watch this. We have one more. See all these cutie patootie little things right here? Did I just say that, cutie patootie? Okay, so, all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to add, these are our, let me just show you, our Magical Journey candy dots. Aren't they so cute? All right, so I'm just going to take a little, and they're self-stick, so I'm just going to take one of the little hearts and add it right here. All right, so there's a little heart, and because I have some black going on in here, I'm going to take one of my little circles and maybe put it right down here. Isn't that cute? Now, I'm going to show you one more thing. Now, you can put as many of these on as you want because you've got a lot of them here. You can even put some of them on the inside over here. Like, let's take and put one of our big hearts maybe right over here. All right? There. Okay? So, you can also do one more thing. Now, let me just show you what I have. On the bottom of my Journey foam squares, you're going to see all these adorable little stars. So what I did was I took my star punch, this is a star punch, I took some of our Journey tape, all right, let me just grab a bunch of it, okay, a little piece of it here, and I am just going to punch, 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 punch. So you can punch as many or as little as you want. You see what I'm doing? And then I'm going to add them. Now, what I like to do, because you know, if I'm getting all this stuff out, and I'm going to use it to the end here, okay, if I'm gonna get all this stuff out, I'm gonna make enough so that I can get some for later on. So you just open up this little hatch right here, take one of your little piercers and grab them. Whoops. Here we go. See them? I really feel like a dentist now. Okay, and then, whoops, I got one more in there. I love these because it's already, there it is. I love these because they are already sticky. So now what I'm doing is I'm just putting them on. If you save these sheets, if you save those little sheets, you can take and you can use them for your little sticky dots. And you can use any of our punches for these. And like I said, I'm just going to take them apart and put them on there. But then what I'm going to do is just add them, and since they're already sticky, I can add as many or as few as I want. Isn't that neat? Stick these on here like that, and we're good to go. And I have all of these new little stars ready to go for my next card. And if you think that I haven't been making a lot of these, I cannot stop making these. I have a whole bunch of birthday cards, so if your birthday's coming up, you know what you're going to get. I just love this card and the way it all came out. I just love it, and I hope you do too. Give it a try. If you have any questions, make sure you hop on over to my blog, because that's where all of the instructions are. I appreciate you stopping by. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.